And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And it's Neymar. Van Bouten kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Xavi. Now it's Luis Suarez. Suarez was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, that's a key interception. And it's Iniesta. Now it's Luis Suarez!
Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
First quarter of an hour gone. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. In towards the middle. Van Bouten attempts a clearance. In again. Messi is flagged offside. Well, that's well seen too. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. And the pass is intercepted. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that looks a good ball through. Luis Suarez. Neymar. Now it's Beckham. Barcelona trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Shevchenko. Shevchenko! It's run loose, who's going to get there? That had too much on it. Belletti. Van Bouten. And it's Conte. Messi. It's Belletti. Messi. Oh, what a ball! He's had a hit! What a wonderful goal!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too, and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking now.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Eto.
And there's the end of the first half. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Barcelona come in, having established that lead, a game where the narrative is, at least in terms of the scoreline, so far so good.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 17, Rice. Coming on the field is number 11.
Here we go again.
Bellingham.
A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Now it's Iniesta. And it's Roberto Carlos. Conte, the man synonymous. It's Iniesta! Sticks it away! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Beckham, the regular corner taker. Van Bouten getting this one clear. And here's Beckham.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
The attendance for this match was
Now it's Luis Suarez.
71,898.
Now it's Iniesta. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
No luck with that dink over the top. Beckham. Always onto this. Neymar. There's the hit!
Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Belletti. Messi. Now it's Luis Suarez. Well-timed, excellent interception. That pass has been well intercepted. Eto! And he's really put himself on the line here. And now a sudden chance to counter. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Messi. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, he's had a shot! They are rampant! And the lead is 3! It is surely done! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Barcelona find a position of real strength now. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Roberto Carlos.
4 added minutes has
Conte.
been indicated.
Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
Conte. Luis Suarez. And that will be the final act. Barcelona can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, it's pretty clear that there was a solid game plan in place for what was a very high-pressure game. I think it shows great maturity on the part of the players, and it was, for me,
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. The action has already started. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. Iniesta powering forward here. Iniesta, a true great in every sense of the word. Great hit! Goal! Portugal!
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive.
Messi! He's got a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, that's a measured delight. The curl he applied was immaculate.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
That looks a good ball through. He's picked his way through. And reclaimed it in a trice. And it's Batistuta. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Now there's a... Can he finish? Goal! Portugal! And they've got their lead back. Another moment of magic. A real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Portugal get themselves into the lead. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Musiala, Batistuta. Gone behind for a goal kick. No surprise at all that this is the guy who's had such a positive impact.
Well, not only can a player of such high caliber show the imagination to set up a goal, but he can also produce when the pressure's on to deliver a big moment. This guy was born to create.
And it's Eto'o. Alexander-Arnold makes the interception. Ødegaard. Oh, red, nice interception. Conte. The final seconds now. Oh, that's well spotted. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, the two sides have made this a pretty decent game so far. Both have contributed on the score sheet. There is a balance wherever you look.
Security staff
Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it remains very delicately poised, and based on the promise we've seen through the first 45 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised if this takes another twist or two. It certainly would be in keeping.
second half gets underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Roberto Carlos cuts out the pass. Musiala. Eto'o was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Conte. Luis Suarez. Roberto Carlos. Bastoni gets over and intercepts. Now it's Luis Suarez. And the shot! No mistake! What remarkable powers of recovery!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
That was easy. Almost too easy.
Suarez really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
It's a sweet ball, that. Batistuta succumbs to the pressure. Luis Suarez. Xavi is wide and looking to get onto this. Pinches it off him. Defending of the desperate variety. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. And that's a superb pass. And that's gone loose. Now it's Luis Suarez. Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Xavi is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is...
Decent hit! Goal! Barcelona! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net.
Shapes to shoot! He has done it! 2 up and threatening to pull clear.
Barcelona clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
And yes, it's him again. Well, that has changed the dynamic. Great chance! They've got to be quick to recover this.
Substitution in progress.
Beckham, chance! Decent enough try.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here.
Added minutes has been indicated.
He's played it back. And he gets rid in a hurry. There will be a throw-in. And that's definitely not his best. Eto'o. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. And it's Beckham. And time is up. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Luis Suarez taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Terrific recovery, a really fine... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. And as you can see, we've already started here. Now that's well seen too. Rodri. And here's Shevchenko. Kvaratskhelia going face-to-face with his great rival. Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Well, there's the clearance. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. First quarter of an hour gone. And it's Roberto Carlos. Barcelona yet to have an attempt on goal.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He's played him through. Now it's Shevchenko. Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Iniesta. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, this guy, Theo Hernandez, comes from a family with great pedigree, although he's a very different player to his older brother, who's a fine player in his own right. But Theo is about dynamism, pace and energy. He just loves to get on that front foot.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one. And here's Xavi. And it's Xavi. And smartly reclaimed. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And he was quick to react. Raul. Iniesta. And he's forced to go back. Roberto Carlos. Messi. And that is expertly dealt with. Yamal.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Oh, well played, well played. Look at the space here. Van Bouten clears. Conte. Eto'o. Picked up, and Messi! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Shit. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. But it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. So the first half brought no goals. Shevchenko, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Iniesta, oh, that's well spotted. That is good alertness. Conte. That is Conte. Van Bouten. And it's Luis Suarez. And he's managed to get rid. Plays a sharp little ball here.
The attendance for
Corner
this
then.
match was 71,898.
And now they can spring out of defence. White. Now it's Raul. He's chosen to go back.
That's good pressure. It gave him...
Tries a shot!
He's got a goal!
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Time and again they are repelled. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's got tall. Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Guardiola. Kante takes control of it and he's on the move. Luis Suarez. And here's Eto'o. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And here's Eto'o. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Kvaratskhelia, he's found a way through. And now the hit! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on. In he goes again! Has another go! And yes, it's there! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! That's no fluke, it's what he was there for.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
16, Rodri.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Belletti. And it's Xavi. Rodri. And that interception was most necessary. Luis Suarez! And he gets rid in a hurry. And that may well be that. That is that. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Your reflections then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most like...
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena. Absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. He could be in here. He's shifting through the gears here. It's Eto'o! And that's caused a worry or two. And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Ball swung in.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Messi. There's the hit! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Oh, that's a key interception. Luis Suarez. And the counter-attack is on for Barcelona. Iniesta! The other side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Now it's Mbappe. Messi. 30 minutes gone. And he's cut it out.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Luis Suarez. Oh, that's well spotted. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
And the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Serginho. Messi. Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And the half-time whistle goes. But it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Barcelona clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Neymar. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Oh, good spread. Oh, it's played in. And a header! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
He gets big. That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 2 then.
The attendance for this match
And now they can spring out a defence.
98.
Messi. And still we await the first breakthrough. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Iniesta. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Messi.
Yeah, this kind of bold running.
He's got the shot away!
Substitution.
Drilled in low. Xavi. Suarez puts his foot on the gas. He's got away. Nice bit of trickery. Bellingham kept his eye on it, and he's there. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Palmer. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Xavi, and he's found a way past. Big chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Barcelona have their second corner now. Danger averted for now. Brazil are looking to go forward now. Van Bouten spots it and intercepts.
Brazil merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Now it's Eto'o. Eto'o.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bellingham. 90 minutes gone and nothing to show. Messi. It's a really well-measured ball. Kvaratskhelia. And that is as far as it goes. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. Now it's Messi. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Bellingham takes control of it and he's on the move. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I think it's going to be hard, Peter, not to pick out the very talented Michael Olise here. We love his creativity and his ability to drift inside and find the...
Mbappe! And here's Neymar. Serginho. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And it's Messi. He's shifted it to the flank. He has found the way through. He rises! Goal! Brazil! There is the breakthrough.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
So we have the first goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Messi. Spread neatly. Conte.
Barcelona are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Serginho. Well, there's the clearance. Neymar will not want to lose out here. Not a great hit! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Gives it back. Speculative strike. And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
Tries a shot! And that has fair fizzed.
Olise just couldn't steer it on target. Everything else was up there.
Marquinhos.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And it's Messi. And he's picked out the run.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Marquinhos. Iniesta. Neymar. And it's Roberto Carlos. Serginho. And the half-time whistle goes. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
And the game has already resumed here.
Barcelona really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Bellingham getting this one clear. Olise is looking to influence the game from out wide. And it's Messi. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, played through for the wide man. Climbs up big! Goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill
The
this off?
attendance for this match was 71,649. Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Bellingham. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And here's Suarez.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And here's Neymar. Palmer. Bellingham. For Messi. Olise. Iniesta. Xavi. Great ball, and he's in here. He's had a hit. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And it's Conte. "75 minutes played."
They've got to make this nice and quick.
That's been cut out, well played. That looks a cracking ball. Nuno Mendes. There's the shot!
Barcelona are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack.
It's Luis Suarez! It's there! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
After 84 minutes is
We have got ourselves a game here.
I think they've done so well to get back in it, but it's important now that they don't become over-eager in chasing another. They only need one more chance. Patience is key.
Luis Suarez. Substitution in
Palmer.
progress.
And here's Neymar.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Been indicated.
And he's intervened well there. Palmer. Time added on 4 minutes. And here's Neymar. He's found a way through. Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead.
We have already started here.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding of when to move forward, and that means he rarely gets caught out of position on the counter-attack. He should be a key player for this team.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking for options for movement. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. He's found a way through. He's one-on-one! Speculative strike. Goal! Manchester United!
Manchester United clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Manchester United have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Romario. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Mbappe, Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. That is a great pick out.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Koundé gets across to intercept that.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Beckenbauer promptly onto that, and that is that.
Great chance!
And there is the half-time whistle. And it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Romario.
And we're off again.
To replace him is
Barcelona can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Xavi, Messi, Caicedo. That's a lovely, neat pass. Adams calmly anticipates. Barcelona different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Oh, and Batistuta! It's there! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, that's something that will make the manager proud because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveller.
Manchester United really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Barcelona have reclaimed it. Messi. Platini. Barcelona are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Roberto Carlos.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Platini. It's a sweet ball, that. Conte. Xavi. And it's Messi. The fullback is in acres of space here.
Substitutions taking place.
Now he's off and running. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Manchester United showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
That's beautifully weighted.
Well, both
2
sides
added minutes has
might
been
have to settle
indicated.
for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
And that's it. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities. Oh, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. There's the whistle, and here we go. Drogba. That has been cut short. Now it's Eto'o, and he's had it nicked away. And no, that was never going to make it. The peerless Didier Drogba, just a standout hero to so many.
One of Africa's finest and a huge reputation for being a big game player.
Big games, 9 goals in 9 cup finals during his time in London. By any measure, those are pretty special numbers.
Why, he's very much adored.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Eto'o! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. And he's there to clear it. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good.
It's Eto'o! Oh, the ball's come loose here. There's the shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Barcelona have their second corner now. And now a sudden chance to counter. Caicedo. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
Fabian Ruiz. So it is still 0-0. And it's Drogba, and he was quick to react. Messi. And he cuts out the supply. Belletti. Messi. Eto'o. This is Iniesta. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Van Bouten. It's Van Dijk. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Drogba.
Barcelona clearly are trying to...
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Roberto Carlos. The ball has bounced loose now. Van Bouten. Belletti. Kimmich. Messi. Palmer. And it's Drogba. Messi. Eto'o chasing after it. And that is a little undercooked. Messi. Now it's Drogba. That's a shade optimistic. Kimmich gets it clear. Luis Suarez. Half an hour played now. That's beautifully weighted.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Well read, nice interception. Now it's Iniesta. Now it's Messi. Danger averted for now. And it's Messi. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Palmer. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Van Bouten promptly onto that, and that is that. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Has a goal! Oh, in he goes again! Volleyed effort.
Xavi really needed everything to come together then at the precise moment. Not easy.
Barcelona have their third corner. Messi with the short one. Can he finish? Oh, and that is really good tenacity. So their fourth corner of the game. Crossed in for a header. Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Fabian Ruiz. Now then, the ball's come loose. Valverde. Now Timber. Valverde. Messi. And it's Drogba. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. That's been cut out, well played. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, there it is, half-time, not a bad watch by any means. And the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate. And so we reach the break, and the game remains goalless.
Let's hope the boys can turn it up for the
And
second.
we are up to the break.
Barcelona really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
Barcelona head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight, cagey game. Neither team any further forward than they were when they started out.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 9, Eto'o. Coming on
And
the
we
field
are underway
is
again.
number 20.
Barcelona are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
And it's Messi.
Decent hit! Superb goal!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree. Barcelona clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And he's intervened well there. Neymar is firing after that one. Neymar has it out wide and in space. Now it's Iniesta. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline. Barcelona are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Oh, no joy this time. Caicedo. So the team separated just by the one goal, which came early in the second period, and the score is 1-0. Palmer. Oh, nicely intercepted. Looking for options for movement. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach.
Luis Suarez. Iniesta! He's done very well to get to that.
Iniesta actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
They're up to 5 corners now.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 18, Iniesta. Coming on to replace him is number 19, Son Heung-min.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Chooses to go back. Nice sequence of passes, this. Played back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Luis Suarez.
Big header! And yes, it's there! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Barcelona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
He's shifting through the gears here. Diogo Costa sends that a long way. Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Drogba. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Into the last quarter of an hour. Palmer. Caicedo. Caicedo. Now it's Drogba. Stood up well to him there. Kimmich. And Neymar. Some really good ball movement. Interesting ball. Always onto this. Drogba showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Van Bouten makes the interception. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Messi providing an outlet on that flank.
And the shot!
It's loose now and they want to...
It's Son Heung-min!
He's missed, but not by that far.
Picked out, great hit! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
The corner count is rising. That's 6. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. And he was quick to react. Aimed beyond the defence. Van Dijk. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. 2 minutes to be added on. Fabian Ruiz. Valverde.
Such good technique.
He has found the way through. He's had it taken off him. And time is up. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work.
And another
Luis Suarez
fantastic win
claiming
for
the Man of
boys
the Match
today.
award,
Thank
and
you
there is
much
very
your
little room
support.
for argument. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters.
Oh, shooting chance! In for the pieces!
That has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Well, they won't be deterred from trying again, Peter. They have the bit between their teeth now.
Oh, he's been caught napping.
Luis Suarez has a goal! Marvellous goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Well, his movement is all based on fine margins, and the timing of his run then was ideal.
So, a breakthrough already. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Barcelona leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Oh, that's a key interception. Messi. Eto'o. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Ah, quality.
And he's had a hit! Too close for comfort.
Belletti. Conte. Belletti. And he's intervened well there.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Barcelona have reclaimed it. Roberto Carlos. Xavi has created one goal already.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Eto'o.
Oh, chance! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Chooses to go back.
Oh, he's bust real chance!
Conte has good running with the ball. And it's Maradona.
2 added minutes has been
Oh,
indicated.
beautifully shaped ball, brilliantly cut out.
Has a shot!
A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Barcelona in control at half-time, 2-0. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now this could face-to-face.
There's the shot! And more
They were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Barcelona find a position of real strength now. Now it's Eto!
He's kept it out just.
Eto reacted so well to bring that ball under control. Looked easy too.
And we have our very first corner. Tries to get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Xavi. Belletti. Oh, good take in a good area. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Neymar. Messi. And the shot! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Belletti. Xavi. Beckenbauer kept his eye on it, and he's there. Roberto Carlos. Conte, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. Now it's Iniesta. Oh, that's fabulous.
And the finish! Sticks it away!
It is no contest. It is a landslide. That really was a thing of beauty, curled in effortlessly.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise to see him elect to shoot.
Tries a shot! And yes, it's there!
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 10, Messi. Number 15, Conte.
We have got
Number
changes
2,
here from both sides, in
Van
fact.
Dijk.
Well, they have a goal,
13,
but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback.
Number 18, Iniesta.
And here's Musiala.
Coming on the field, number 42.
Well, the
Musiala.
defence proved infallible
Number 6,
then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Number 7, Franz
He is
Beckenbauer.
through here.
Number 4,
And he's there to clear it.
Number 21,
Eto.
Wilshere.
That's been cut out, well
Substitutions
played.
taking place.
And that is expertly dealt with. Interesting ball. Musiala. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, played right into his path. That is great defending, so alert. And he's gone looking for safety. He's having a hit! Outstanding save to keep that out.
Gets
his head to it! He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss. And no, that was never going to make it. And nicely intercepted. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Decent hit! Keeper's got his work done. It's their second corner of the game. Diogo Costa can claim that. And there goes the final whistle. Barcelona, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now. Luis Suarez picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
In the bins provided. Thank you for
How would
your
you sum up what
cooperation.
we've witnessed, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.